Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds. Kevin, Shane, and I are here. We've built up to this moment in Survivor 1 through 50. We're here for Survivor Heroes versus Villains, the Avengers Infinity War of Survivor. So I'm super excited to talk about it with you guys. Why did you guys want to come on here and talk about Heroes versus Villains?
I have this ranked as my number one season. This is my favorite season. I love this season. Especially even watching it like in the lens of 2025, especially these women. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Like, I love it.
It's literally the best season. Nothing will ever top it. A couple have come close, mostly on the Australian side. They've come close. Won't top it. But it's just the character moments, the funny moments, the strategy, the birth of legends. Like, most people think Parvati came into this a legend. She came in as a really good winner. This made her a legend.
Yes.
Sandra was a nobody in this, and then two-time winner. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Sandra is the legend that she is. Sandra never needs to win a Survivor ever again. Sandra can go out in day 16 every season till she dies, and she'll still be a legend because of this season.
Yeah, 100%. And like you guys said, it made her a legend. I mean, my experience with this season is this is the second season I ever watched. I watched Redemption Island first. I ended up getting this on DVD, one of the first seasons I got on DVD, and watched it and fell in love immediately watching it. And so much so that I showed it to a lot of my friends on the DVD to get them hooked. Even at one point, my cousins and I sat down. We used to have like family reunions, and one weekend we just ended up sitting inside and binging all of Heroes versus Villains the entire weekend, and it was glorious. So yeah, I love this season, and it still holds up 15 years later.
Yeah.
Shane, you have anything else with why you wanted to discuss this?
No, it's amazing. Like,
yeah.
It's the best. It's the best season to watch, like, in a vacuum. It has so much relevance to Survivor history, and just I remember at that point too, like, to see 3-time players, that was amazing.
3-time players,
yes, the first time, yes,
and to see like Boston, Rob, Colby, they haven't played in 6 years. That's such a long time, and now it's like people coming back after 20 years.
I know. What Jenna Lewis is about to come back.
Yes,
from All-Star season 8 to season 50.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there. We will obviously get to talk about 2 more players, their legacies going into 50, because their legacies, their stories technically ended here, but they're coming back. So we'll get to Stephenie and Colby. But let's get into the season itself. So we get our cast. We get the most epic entrance, I think, until Australia versus the World. It is incredible. You get the giant.
I haven't seen Australia versus the World yet.
I'm not spoiling anything, Kevin, but this is until that point. This is the best entrance. The military helicopters coming in. You get these like close-up shots of everybody's iconic. Like, you got Coach has a new dragon tattoo. You have Boston Rob's hat, his bee hat. You have Rupert's tie-dye shirt, Colby's cowboy hat. Like, it's so iconic. And
it's authentic too. Like, you're comparing it to Australian, and Australian is very like cinematic, and this is just like authentic. They're real emotions. Like, they're nervous. Some of them are nervous to play. Like, they know, like, they're like, oh, I'm with legends here, and little do they know some of them are about to go in that path.
Imagine, I mean, we'll get to Sugar pretty quickly because it doesn't. But like, imagine being like Little Sugar, right? Like, you were just on a couple seasons ago, and now you're here with Rupert and Boston Rob, and like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Well, like, and Russell just came off of Samoa 2 weeks earlier.
Do you think Russell was at all intimidated by these people? No, he was not. But like,
no, he was not. But even though he claims he is,
she's there with Tom and Stephenie from, like, Stephenie was a one-woman tribe, right? Like, Amanda has made it to the end twice, and like poor Little Sugar is like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, and Randy, like, being the old grump. That...
Oh my god! The funny thing is that we've seen Randy. He's come to Vanquish to do so. Like,
yeah,
Randy is just a grumpy old man in a very funny way.
I love, like, unfortunately Randy doesn't get too much to do here, but I mean he does get a couple funny little moments here in the season. But yeah, I mean this cast is incredible. So we get the epic intro music, all the confessionals, they get to the mat. You even get, like, I love the score to the season, like the soundtrack. You get like this heroic music when the heroes step off, and then the villains get this like very villainous, ominous music when they start stepping off, and it's just so good. So.
Yeah, and even like, I guess you're about to get to it with like the mat chat with Jeff. Like Jeff is just having such a good time. Like you can see he's just loving this and having so much fun, and that like adds to it. Like it's just a really fun, like lighthearted little mat chat that just foreshadows the whole season being epic.
Yeah. I love, like, so yeah, the mat chat, you get Colby and Jerry, each of them, like Jerry is the black hat, Colby is the white hat. Like it's so good. You have Boston Rob going, I'm a villain.
I do think it's funny how some of, like, very clearly some of these people were cast as like you have Candace and Parvati, right? Like you have Randy and Sugar. Like you have like Colby and Jerry. Like you have a lot of like people that are specifically like like Courtney and Amanda.
Yeah.
And James, I guess. But like, you know, you have specific people who are like Danielle and Suri. So like you have these people who are like clearly like one's supposed to be the hero, one's supposed to be the villain. But then like, are some of them heroes and are some of them villains?
Yeah. So I mean, it is interesting to like look at the board. So apparently Candace and Parvati were also switched at one point. Like they Candace was a villain, Parvati was a hero, and then they switched them. Also Natalie Bolton was supposed to be on the cast. She was literally out there as an alternate, and then I'm gonna assume Danielle was like chosen over Natalie Bolton.
Well, like I said, I assume it was because Danielle has like a hero pair and like Natalie doesn't.
Right. And they already had.
I heard the rumor is that they had the alternates on site because they were worried that Courtney wouldn't pass medical.
Oh, okay. So it was Courtney. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she only weighs like 72 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
And what I had read is Danielle was the replacement for Corinne. Because Corinne was in the mix, but I think she had a work commitment or something.
Yes, I've heard that too. I did. So yeah, that makes more sense. Russell clearly replaced Shane Powers.
Although Penner has said he was replaced last minute, but I think it's Shane Powers.
Yeah, I think it's Shane. I mean, it could have been Russell replacing Penner and maybe like Tyson replacing Shane. I don't know. Yeah. So.
And then we had heard from Fair Play that like he was in the mix, but only if Hatch was there, and because Hatch couldn't go, he wasn't there.
Okay. Yep. I remember that. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the villains tribe was like definitely the one that was like, okay, we don't know exactly who we're all gonna fit here at first. The heroes, I mean, is most of them are pretty determined. Like they knew who they wanted as the heroes. Like the men, for example, were all pretty solid choices for the heroes.
How are you going to have a heroes tribe and not have Rupert, Colby, Tom? Like, come on.
Yep. And James and JT.
James? You're going to have a hero tribe without James?
Right.
That's crazy talk. That's
like
crazy.
They were all fan favorites. A lot of them have egos that they see themselves as the hero, aka Rupert.
Yeah.
Listen, we can talk some trash about Rupert, but you got to give Rupert credit because he played in a season that started with 6 people on a tribe, a season that started with 8 people on a tribe, and a season that started with 10 people on a tribe, and he made the merge every time.
Yeah.
So like,
and listen, we love you, Rupert. We'd love to have you on the show. we're talking about.
We can give Rupert a hard time, right? Because they go on TV, and like that's part of going on TV.
Yeah.
But like, we gotta give Rupert his credit too, because
I will, and he probably makes the best strategic move in all of his Survivor career in this season. That
with a broken toe.
Yes,
broken.
2 broken toes, as he found out later.
Yeah. We'll get there. So
with this cast, like the hero side, we're not really missing anyone. Like Candace, we could replace, but other than that, everyone's perfect. The villain side is great, but like I'd love to see Hatch. I'd love to see Fair Play, Shane Powers, and even Dreams. I think could have a spot there, or Twyla. So I feel like Randy, you could have got rid of him and put Hatch. Danielle, you could have replaced with like Twyla. And then Tyson could either be Shane, Dreams, or Fair Play.
Yeah.
And I feel
agree.
like if you do that, you have a really good cast. Not that you didn't in the real time, but
Yeah.
But like also the thing, like some of those people, I remember thinking at the time, yes, like what are they like? What's Candace doing here? Why is she a hero? Like whatever. But like I actually kind of liked her on this rewatch, and like Tyson. Sure, Tyson seems strange, but like now knowing, like we now know, looking back, like Tyson has won since. Like we know that Tyson is a very good player, so it makes sense that he was cast, and like he goes early, so we don't get a very good edit of him, and he goes in like a dumb move, but we know that he is a really good player, so therefore like they saw something in him, which is why he's there.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's very villainous because when I rewatched Token recently, like it's there. Like he's pretty bad.
Yeah, where he's talking about Sierra giving hope to stupid people all over the world. Yeah. Like that's my favorite quote from there.
I also read that Sierra Reed was in the mix to be a hero, but then she couldn't because she started dating a producer.
Yeah, I would have laughed if Tyson has to see Sierra on the other mat.
Which that really does go with the theme of them having like these pairs on each side.
Oh yeah, 100%. Then like Tyson would have talked much more trash to the heroes.
Right. Yeah, but one thing to note too about the villains is like Rob has his old thing at the beginning. He's like, again, I'm on the buffoon tribe.
Yeah.
But if you look at the villains, 8 out of the 10 of them have made it to the end. Not like at this point. Some of them did it later, but that's crazy.
Right.
That is crazy. Yeah. What is it? Randy and Jerry. Yeah.
Oh, Jerry's one of the two.
Away.
Yeah. Jerry. Yeah.
Jerry would have won.
Yeah, I agree. We'll talk about that. I'm sure we'll talk about Jerry's redemption arc that she gets in this season. But yeah, so we got our mat chat. We then get our opening challenge, probably the best opening challenge in Survivor history.
It's very entertaining, but thank God they don't do this anymore because like Russell almost broke Tom's leg.
Yeah, I know. Like, poor Tom. Like, yeah. Okay,
like,
so
I was watching and I was like, you can't do that, sir. Like you need to stop that. He's
Thanos trying to break the Avengers.
Well, like watching Coach get dragged by Colby for long enough for Colby to get tired, for them to then drag Colby, and like Sugar like losing her bra because Sandra unsnapped it, and Sugar was like, I don't care, I'm going for it anyway, and like gives there are very entertaining moments in it, but like as it happened, Steph had her shoulder dislocated and Rupert broke 2 toes, and like Tom almost lost his leg.
Yep. And it's just crazy as well because when you get to that last point, and James is there, it's like James is probably just going to dominate this.
It is crazy. So like my memory, like because I hadn't watched it in a while. This is one of the few that I've rewatched since it originally aired because I like it so much. But like my memory was that like the heroes just like are terrible because they lose so much at the beginning, and it's not until like the villain self-destruct. The heroes are so strong. Like they are dominantly strong. They just cannot solve a puzzle to save their lives. So like this, where they just have to like brute force pull a bag to a finish line. Yeah, they're great at it.
Yeah. But
even Sari in this challenge is like dominating.
Yeah.
Sari's like a linebacker. Yeah, she is crushing it. Yeah, I feel like the reason they did so many puzzles in this season is to balance out the tribes, because otherwise heroes are going to be winning a lot if it's just physical.
Well, and like that's like part of, I remember like them saying it in season 10 that like there was a lot, not always, but a lot of times going to be like a mental component too. So like you had to decide, like the tribes had to decide like who was going to do the physical part and who was going to do the mental part.
Right.
So like that had been a thing for a while, but it's very like blatant in this season that it's like, okay, do this incredibly difficult thing and now do this hard puzzle. And the heroes are like, we can lift whatever, we can swim, we can row, we can do whatever. Cannot solve a puzzle.
No. No.
And it's too bad because the other team has Boston Rob, who's really good physically and really good at puzzles.
Yeah. Yeah, Boston Rob, I mean, the edit also congratulates Boston Rob on being the strongest member of his tribe that's like carrying his team on his back.
But like when they're doing, I mean, going a little bit more, like when they're doing the one where they have to lift the giant boxes and put them in order, like
yeah,
the heroes are just screaming at each other and like no one knows what they're doing. And the villains are so far behind and they're just like, Rob is just like, that one goes there, that one goes there, that one goes there, and we're done.
Yeah, yeah. He screamed and yelled at his tribe to shut up. they all listened.
Meanwhile, James is just going like off on his tribe, like, shut up.
Yeah, so James was off his nicotine patches, I guess, and that's why he was more irritable in this season.
It was so weird to see because like I watched China and Micronesia and then this. So like all Amanda and James back to back, right? And it's so weird to see James be like at all irritable. Like him going off on Steph is like why are mommy and daddy fighting at the dinner table? Like
oh yeah, it's crazy. We'll get back to that. I did want to touch on some other stuff in the premiere. So obviously, you know, you have the villains, you have Boston Rob being like, you know, I'm going to turn myself into this hero instead of a villain and help my tribe. He's going to try. But he does get the camp at least in a better state than it would have been without him there.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, that's his thing. He's a construction worker. Like he builds things. So like he's always going to have a good camp. His camp is always going to be a good camp. Because you're going to get people on one tribe who are like, we found a palm frond. What do we do with it? And then you're gonna have Rob, who's like creating saws to like perfectly cut bamboo to like make a completely level surface. So
yeah.
This is Rob.
Yeah, and then the other memorable part of this in the premiere is that Boston Rob and Sandra make a bet that first Rob is gonna climb the tree, and he's like, I don't want to get myself hurt. Amber's gonna kill me. And then he's like, well, I know someone whose ego is so big that they think they're the biggest and the best. And it has like this music montage to Coach. And then he's like,
perfect. It like zooms in on him, slow motion with the music.
Yeah, it's so good.
The best part is like, I like to do physical. So like when you see that tree from the ground, it really doesn't look that far. And it's not until you get like a third of the way up and you realize, oh my God, if I fall from here, I'm going to die. And I'm only a third of the way up. Like, and there's nothing to hold on to. It's a palm tree. So there's no branches.
Right.
So I very much understand like how easy it is to rope someone into like, you think you can climb that? Like, yeah, I can climb that. No problem. And then you can't.
Yeah. So Coach tucks his tail in. You also get the storyline of Courtney and Parvati are trying to set Coach and Jerry up. So
it's so funny. Like, because the edit kind of like plays into it. But like the way she's like, when it's time for me to go, she's like, whatever. Like, I don't think it's real. I think it's just the young girls like being silly and like, tee.
Yeah.
They should be together. They're almost the same age. They should be together.
Yeah. It is funny. Like Jerry's laughing about it. You have Coach like looking over at Jerry. But yeah, and then Russell's doing his same old thing that we saw in Samoa, trying to get with the young pretty girls of Danielle and Parvati. So same thing Russell always does.
It's his like go-to strategy.
Yeah.
But I think it's so funny to watch him play with All-Stars because he thinks he can just like steamroll them, but like you're with Parvati, like
right.
Steamroll Parvati.
Yeah. Like, and Parvati like realizes she it's in her best interest because of the target on her back that she should work with Russell.
Yep.
It is a strategic choice for her to be working with Russell. It is not, but Russell is so full of himself that he thinks it's because he's so great and so wonderful that he's tricked Parvati into being his little assistant, and it's actually the other way around.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm like the Michael Phelps, the Michael Jordan of Survive.
The bald and tooth missing Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Well, he's Thanos.
No, well, what he is, in the words of Boston Rob, is he's the Hobbit on crack.
Yes. My favorite line.
Courtney called him a little troll. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so
The bandy-legged troll that just walks around with his tooth missing. But yeah, and then on the heroes, I mean, we get them hunting chickens. We have Sugar trying to get with Colby at night.
I mean, we can't blame Sugar. Hey, it's Colby. He's right there. Come on.
Yeah,
you gotta get close for warmth.
The sexy young man on the tribe. She also calls Tom and Rupert old at one point.
Well, and I think she had dated JT before this.
Yes. Yep. I did.
So she wasn't going to be cuddling up with JT because they already broke up. So that left Colby and James. And James seems a little prickly. So Colby it is.
Yeah. And then my other favorite moment is Colby asking Candace if she knows anybody there because he has no idea. I'm really hoping for that on 50.
Yeah. I've heard from one of the podcasts I listened to that Tina Wesson did. He did his homework finally. But yeah, that was funny. And like, it's like the meta game coming into the game and them showing it where he's like, I don't know anyone here, which is funny because like he's one of the main reasons Survivor became popular and he's not even following the show.
Right.
I think it's one of those things where he just like, they cast him at a time when like, he just wanted to go for the adventure, right? Like, so he's not into like watching himself. He's not into like being a part of this like community, right? Like, not in any like bad way, not in a negative way, but like he didn't sign up to be on podcasts for the next 30 years, right? Like, he just signed up because it seemed fun and it was fun and he had fun and he wanted to do it again. And like, I think everybody else is more into like, wow, like we have this big community now and like, we can all be friends. We've all been through this together. I think he's like, yeah, no, I mean, cool. We can be friends, but I'm going to go back to Texas and go home.
Right. Yeah. And even like last time he played, like they walked to Tribal and by this point they're taking boats and vans and all that. So it's not as authentic as he probably wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so, also the fact that there was like a pregame alliance against Tom, Stephenie, and Colby and Sugar, basically like that the pregame alliance had just left all of them on the outs. And that's really what the dynamics of the heroes were.
Well, and like, if you think about people, are definitely going to be there, right? Like, obviously Amanda, Suri, and James are all going to talk. You have a returning season, Rupert's going to be there, right? Like, there's some people, so like, Stephenie already played twice, so like Stephenie may or may not be there, right? Like Tom, we haven't heard from in a while. He may or may not be there. Like Colby did really well in Australia, but not so great in All Stars. So like Colby may or may not. But like some of these people are definitely going to be there. So like it makes sense that they connected,
right?
Because if you get caught pre-gaming, they're going to cut you. So you got to be a little about it.
Right. So then we're going to get our first immunity challenge. This is the one from Cook Islands. So this is the one where they have to paddle the boat out with the puzzle boat. Coach using all of his life experience in the kayak.
Ridiculous.
Oh my God. I love Jeff just busting his balls the entire time. So
is this the birth of like sassy Jeff?
It might be.
I mean, we've had Sassy Jeff before, but this is definitely like to the extreme of Sassy Jeff.
Well, like, is it the thing that we're like, he's been comfortable with the show, but now he's comfortable like with the people, so he's able to like let more of his guard down. And then like after this, like, well, he's crossed that line, so now that's just how he hosts the show,
Yeah.
I also think like I feel like once he decided he wasn't quitting the show, like after Gabon and then going into Tocantins, he just started being letting himself be more sassy. Because I remember Tocantins, he had some good sass there too, and then coming here, like since he knows everybody, letting his guard down more. So the heroes have the lead, but then they get to the puzzle and fall apart.
Commanding lead. That is a huge lead, and then. Who's on the? It's
Sugar, Amanda, Rupert,
Sugar,
and Suri.
Suri,
Rupert.
yeah, because
Toe. Yeah.
and they, oh my gosh, they cannot. It's to the point where the villains come behind. They have like 2 pieces left, and the heroes take all of the pieces out to start over. And I'm like, how can you not figure out the first couple of pieces? Like, there's only certain pieces have to go in first, and there's only so many that they can then fit from there. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, we've never known Rupert to be good at puzzles.
Right, Rupert's on the puzzle. Rupert's on the puzzle because he didn't want to do the physical part with his broken toes.
Right. And then I don't know. They blame it in the next episode of like Amanda and Sugar could not work together, so that's why they lost. So I don't know how accurate that is because we never really saw them arguing or anything. So
it's also weird to see Amanda losing.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, Amanda is going to get targeted by, like, the people not in her pregame alliance also. Like, people claiming she's weak, which is not
People
accurate.
saying Amanda is weak? I was like...
It's so baffling. Like, I don't know why Stephenie is calling Amanda weak and like, why is this rationale in an all-star season?
And it's, like, Suri... I love Suri. Suri is not known for her physical prowess. She's not a swimmer. She doesn't have good balance, right? Like, she has some, like, weight and brute strength to, like, throw people around, but, like, she's not a physical competitor. Right. And then Candace, like what was Candace even doing there? So, like, I would think if you are in this minority group and there's these 2 who are kind of weak and they're in the middle, go after them.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy to watch. I love Steph. I love watching Steph in Palau. I love watching Steph in Guatemala. Like, so I'm like prepared for like another Steph domination. And she's like, we have to go for Amanda because she's weak. And I'm like, no, Stephenie, no.
Yeah, it was just such bad gameplay from Steph, to be honest. Like, so I think that's why it ended up, like, not just the pregame alliance, but even any other consideration is why people like Suri and Candace didn't end up going with that side either. So
yeah. Well, and Stephenie also has to deal with Rupert, who I genuinely think Stephenie's correct when she thinks that he's threatened by her popularity, because Rupert was like the biggest thing out of Survivor, and then Stephenie was just as big.
I was trying to like think about, like, James and Rupert do not like Steph. They do not like her.
Yeah, James.
And I was just watching. I'm like, what did Stephenie do to these men? Like,
well, James is bringing up Palau all the time.
James he's like, she's the only one left from her tribe. Everyone says like it's a good thing. That's a bad thing. She's the bad luck charm.
She's the kryptonite.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, James has a point, but like, where is this coming from?
Yeah. Also wanted to address, JT is also forming these conflicting alliances because he makes one with Tom and one with James. With Tom, I actually really think that JT should stick with this because he's aligning with the other winner. Like,
he's aligning with the other winner, and a thing that I like think about in like terms of outside the game too, right? Like, just in terms of personalities, like he's like the good Southern boy, right? And so is Colby. So like, I would think that like that would be like your group that you're more comfortable with, right? And like, we know Steph is very much like strong man. Like, she wanted to vote all the girls out in Guatemala because she wanted a strong tribe, right? Like, so I would have thought that like the mentality wise, like they would have worked together. So I don't know if he just like saw the writing on the wall that those people are not going to do well, so don't attach yourself to that sinking ship. But like, it was a little surprising, but like, I mean, I guess good on JT for realizing don't attach yourself to them.
Yeah, I think he just saw that they were a sinking ship for sure and was just like, I'll just work with this alliance. I mean, until he has the opportunity, we'll get to where he does take the opportunity to shoot at Suri and like, take her out of the game. So
yeah, because if one of them finds an idol and they think that he's like the swing vote, they're not going to vote him out. So like,
right.
Yeah. So, it puts him in control of that alliance. So,
which is a terrible idea for the heroes because he's an idiot.
We'll get there. We'll get there shortly. So yeah, we obviously have Stephenie going out here second, since we talked about that. So Stephenie's Survivor 50 legacy going in. She's come off of this early elimination in this season. She's waited 15 years to play again.
We also have to give Steph credit, though, that like since then she's also come back to play Snake in the Grass, and she played Traitors, and she did really well in Traitors. She didn't do as well as Suri, but she did really well in Traitors. So
yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, so Snake in the Grass and Traitors. Yeah, she did.
Like I think she's earned back that like goodwill that she got early on for like being so popular and lasting so long.
And I feel like with Stephenie, a lot of people really just remember her initial legacy from Palau and just forget about like here they forgot about Guatemala completely, because if they remembered it, she'd be on the villains tribe. And I feel like it's going to be the same with 50, where we just forget she was on Heroes and Villains. Because even with Suri, like nobody remembers her on Heroes and Villains.
We remember her as like being the couch potato who was afraid to pick up leaves in the first episode of Panama. We remember her from being like the robbed queen of Micronesia and Game Changers, right? Like that's her legacy. Like, oh yeah, she was. What's that other season? Was she on Heroes vs. Villains?
Yeah,
we forget about that. It doesn't count.
Yeah. I will get there, but yeah, I think Stephenie's Survivor 50 legacy is still going to be remembered. I think Palau is really just going to be the thing that everybody remembers, even going into 50. Like people are going to forget Guatemala happened. They're not going to really remember Heroes versus Villains, other than Suri's there now. They played together there for a short time, and like she dislocated her shoulder, and that's probably about it.
Well, and they're going to forget she was in an alliance with Colby.
Yes. Oh yeah, and Colby, yeah, too. Yeah, true.
Well, and her and Suri played Snake in the Grass together, and her and Suri played Traitors together. So, like, whatever the beef was at the time, it seems like they've had a chance to like move on from it for themselves. So, like this little situation with Heroes vs. Villains, they'll forget about it.
Yeah. So goodbye, Steph. And third episode, we are going to get the sumo at sea, but sumo in the mud, where the heroes take steroid sandwiches and they just demolish the villains.
It is just one after the other. Like, I forgot, again, like, just how physically dominant they are. And, like, the villains are such sore losers, right? They're like, they were so mean to us. Like, you have been kicking their asses, and they had a chance to get you back, and they took it. Like, get over yourselves.
Well, I loved Coach in this challenge. He like karate chops Rupert, and then it's like,
he's like doing the full poses as Jeff is like, no
karate chop.
No. Contrast that with Julie Chen being like, no, and Jeff's screaming at him, no.
And then Coach is like, what? And then he flips him off. Point that anger to the pirate, not to me. And then you get like the slow-mo shot of like Coach and Rupert angrily looking at each other. Then Rupert just demolishes Coach. So, and then of course, I think the best matchup for me was Boston Rob versus Colby. Colby gets his revenge on Rob for All Stars. So that was pretty fun. And then obviously James just pushing Randy in the mud and won.
and like throws the bag. And at that point, they're so muddy. Like everything is like the entire challenge is just covered in mud. So throws the bag at him, so he has like the mud on his face.
Yeah. It's so funny, and like also I understand though why Randy's pissed, because it is pretty classless. And then Courtney's like, "You're on the wrong team, James."
And she said it as if she had said it the whole time. Like, James is not a hero. Like,
it's so funny. So then we get back to camp. We get that iconic Tyson line. We get a couple of them sprinkled in. We get him talking about how Colby might as well just become a woman. because he gets beat by Coach. And then you get this line here. And then this is where Randy is going to try to fight for his life. But basically he's trying to tell Coach, like, hey, watch out for Micronesia 2.0. And if you don't do something about it, then you're going to be next. So Coach might have wanted to listen to Randy.
Right.
So,
I mean, it ended up working out well for Jerry, but Coach was in a really good spot. Like
yeah, that's true. That's true.
And
he didn't need Randy.
Yeah. Like, we'll talk about this later, but like, he could have got out of it. Like, he screwed up on the Boston Rob vote.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. We will get there. But yeah, so then, I mean, the Randy vote, I think it was necessary at this point. Yeah. It made the most sense to just get rid of Randy. But I just don't like the part where Coach is quoting Martin Luther King Jr. And just being like, you know, using this quote to be like, this is why I'm gonna fight for Randy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Coach is Coach's biggest fan, and I love that for him.
Yeah. It's funny. It's just like I wouldn't like watching that if I was Randy. I'm like, you know, why are you claiming you're gonna fight for me when you know you're voting me out?
Yeah.
So, and using a MLK quote.
It is crazy.
Yeah. All right. And then so we've obviously also had Russell hiding the machete. He wants to hide the little bee hat as well from Boston Rob. This is the Houston Astros baby.
Oh yeah, and this is at Tribal. They're just a disaster, and they're laughing at it. And Sandra's like, "It grew legs and walked away."
So good.
Sandra is so funny. Like, yeah. It is easy to forget because she's the 2-time winner. Like, she's the legend of the season. It's easy to forget how hilarious she is in this season.
Yeah. And she didn't get enough confessionals at all, and her confessionals that she did get were really good.
Yeah, absolutely. She gets under-edited for sure. Yeah. And it's so odd coming from the woman who's going to be the 2-time winner, like the first 2-time winner. But
the second 2-time winner had a bit of an advantage because he was against other winners.
Right.
There was going to be another 2-time winner.
Yes. Right. That wasn't guaranteed here. You're right. But yeah, so also, yeah, then she argues with Coach, and this is going to lead. We'll talk about Coach's meltdown shortly here. But then Randy gets voted out. He tries to shoot a shot at Boston Rob, and then burns his butt on his way out. So, goodbye, Randy.
Randy is just that grumpy, and I feel like that's part of what's missing from current Survivors, like characters, right? Like, because there's a world where these villains turn on each other and keep Randy around, and Randy stays and like is hating on everybody for longer, like,
yeah,
and he gets to be like Courtney and just like hate on everybody,
right?
Yeah. So now we're gonna get to another iconic Tyson moment with Coach, because Coach starts melting down after Tribal, being like, "Why does everybody hate me?" And then Tyson's like, "You know, don't wear feathers in your hair. Don't tell your stories. Nobody believes your stories."
And Coach is like, "What are you talking about? They love my stories." And he's like, "No, they don't. They're making fun of you." And he's like he doesn't believe it.
Yeah. Can we also say, like, earlier, I think it was like episode 2, like Coach starts telling a story and Boston Rob's like, is this the same story you've already told?
Yes.
And then Coach like continues telling it.
He's like, no, it's different.
Yeah. And then like they flash or they show another one and it's like literally starts the exact same.
Yes.
Like, I'm paddling down, it's hot as hell, like all this nonsense.
Oh my God, it's his Amazon story all over again. So that moment happens. Boston Rob is to tell Coach to be a bigger man, which obviously that's going to lead to later, but it's so good.
He's like, he wants to quit. Doesn't sound like a coach to me.
Yeah, pick your head up and be a fucking man. Oh my god. Did we also missed It's Getting the Best of Me. I just
Oh,
realized
we
that.
did.
Since we're on Boston Rob, we need to go back and go to Boston Rob passing out because he's worked so hard in the challenge. And
Which
around camp.
actually is like, they don't have a lot of water. They can't go swimming, as we found out. Like, they couldn't go swimming and fishing in the ocean. So like, it's really hot and they're dehydrated. So he like overworked himself and fainted. Like,
Yeah.
And it seems like the camera missed it. And I heard it's a recreation.
I believe it was reshot. They've like confirmed this. It was reshot. And so like obviously you have a conveniently placed towel under Boston Rob's head. Jeff has to make sure that Rob is okay. Yeah. So it's really funny. And then you get
Gary is just like so fake during it, and it's ironic because she wanted to be like an LA actress, and like your acting skills are not good.
Yeah. So you obviously get the iconic line now. Boston Rob's like, I think it's getting the best of me.
And then he like gulps the water and it goes everywhere because he can't even, I think at this point he's pretending he can't drink it because he's probably recovered by that point.
Yeah. And he tells Jeff, watch this. I'm going to win this game.
It's the power of the water, because when he does win the game, he has another moment where he's like gulping water and passing out after carrying his family on his back.
Yes.
In this season, he carries the block from that challenge on his back, and then in the future, he carries his entire family on his back.
Yeah. All he needs is a case of crybaby-itis.
Yeah.
All right. So since we've covered that, so let's get back. So the heroes now continue their losing streak. Russell's also going looking for the idol. Boston Rob marks him. This is where the rivalry really,
I feel like Russell's like doing his little troll walk.
Yeah. And Boston Rob's like, I didn't play with hidden immunity idols in season 4 and 8. So it's funny.
It's funny to watch them, like, whoever goes to look for it, it's so Boston Rob. Like, whoever leaves this group to go look for it is voted out.
The buddy system. Yeah. Yes.
Pretty much,
yeah. It is funny. So the heroes do lose again. They got their luxury items, which is funny if you look at it. James's 2 idols are his luxury item. So I was trying to like see who else got what. I think Sari got like a picture of Jared and her husband. So that's a funny. We'll get to see Jared later in Game Changers, obviously, before he actually becomes a contestant on CBS. But
man, I wish my mom had been on Survivor, and then I could be on Survivor now. Jeez.
Yeah. But so then they go looking. Tom Westman finds the idol. And so, but everybody sees him find it. Then, like, people are considering actually voting with Tom and Colby. But Sari basically is like, no, we're not doing that. That'd be really stupid. We got to stay the course. And this is where JT is going to make his move and goes to talk to Tom and Colby. And this is where we get the iconic line, tomorrow we make our apologies, tonight we make our move. And this is where Sari is going to get absolutely screwed once again. So Tom is going to play his idol. JT was supposed to vote Colby and flips his vote, and Sari is idled out of the game. So incredibly crazy to lose Sari this early. And this is her only season where she's ever gone out early. So,
and like, I feel like she sensed like this could happen. Like, I remember watching it and I was like, she knows she could go here.
Yeah.
Like the way she's talking at Tribal.
Yeah, I mean, Tom tries to call her out, being like, I don't think Sari believes she's going home tonight. She, in her final words, she does say, like, she knows JT is the one that flipped on her. So she has a good idea of what happened.
Which is probably why she's like, we can't split the vote, because JT's going to mess it up.
Right.
Yeah, she never seemed to fully trust him. Like, she always was wary of him, it seemed like.
Yeah, I think if Sari would have had her way, maybe they would have just put them all on Colby, honestly, and like forced Tom to play his idol on himself. So like anyway, I don't know. It's just like unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, she shouldn't dragged her feet the way she did about the Yao Man vote in Micronesia, but she probably thought she couldn't do that again.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and if she knew that he was going to flip his vote, why didn't she make sure that, like, she was supposed to vote for Tom, and then she flipped her vote to Colby? You know, like,
Yeah.
come on, Suri. Come on, Suri.
That was Cerie's mistake here. Was just she should have just voted for Colby.
Yeah.
So because then it would have been a tie, and then they would have voted Colby out on the revote. So yeah, goodbye, Cerie. And then we're gonna get our Schmergen Brawl, the first challenge to get banned for the second time in a row. Someone gets injured, but we also have an iconic moment where Jeff and Colby have their breakup over chocolate. Because Jeff is trying to give them a taste of chocolate. Colby does not want to eat the chocolate. I'm ready to go.
I do understand, like, being so, like, hungry and over it, and like, no, I don't even want it. I don't even want it. Don't even give it to me. Stop. I'm not gonna win this. I don't even want it. Right? Like,
yeah,
I get
But
it.
the
I would take the
funniest
chocolate.
The funniest part about that to me was he's like, no, I don't want it. And then they're like, all right, you need to sit someone out. He's like, I'll sit out.
Colby sits out. Which they should have put Colby in once James got injured, because like, why didn't they just throw Colby into James's spot? It just made no sense. But I don't know. That was very odd, but it is just like, my favorite thing is then Jeff is like, all right, I got it, brother. We'll go and I'm ready. So, yeah, Jeff and Colby had a breakup, although, you know, I mean, obviously we'll get the line later of like, he's been that way for 30 days, Reed. But yeah, so James gets injured. They don't know if he's gonna come back in at first, but one of my favorite scenes is they don't know when James is coming back. Tom looks over, says James is here. And then Amanda runs over to James. You get the heroic music, and James like standing there like Superman. Like it's such an awesome scene.
I don't know. In that scene, to me, Amanda is so desperate. Like I don't know what she's doing there.
But it fits for their character arc.
Oh yeah.
Well, Amanda has played 3 times, and she's always played with James, right? Like they're clearly good friends, and like I don't think there's any point in trying to hide that from the rest of the tribe. So like she's just excited to see her friend, that he's okay. So I was fine with it.
Yeah. So that moment happens. And then James has to be the caller in this next challenge, which once again, this is the challenge from All Stars. And this time Boston Rob does lead his tribe to victory in this season. And the heroes lose their 4th immunity challenge, which is pretty insane. On
a puzzle, because they were ahead.
Yeah, they were ahead.
By a lot.
Yeah. It is just absolutely insane. So yeah, now here's where we're gonna lose Tom, even though James is injured. The pregame alliance decides to hold and take out Tom Westman, which is a choice. But again, I think it comes down to JT wants complete control, getting rid of Tom now. So yeah. It's just frustrating. I did want to say again, I'm a huge Tom Westman fan. I think he did the best he could, considering he was so out of the loop of alliances, and he was a previous winner, like the most dominant winner probably up to this point, or one of them. And so, I think Tom really did the best he could.
Yeah, I liked him in this season. I was glad he was here, but I didn't really like him in Palau. Like, yes, he was dominant and all, but I don't know. He was just like something off about him. There, I think it was too like chauvinistic, especially at the end with Ian. I was like, I don't like this.
That's fair. I don't know. It's like
listen. I love a daddy, so I've always liked him. I don't know. Again, Tom has always reminded me of my dad, so that's kind of why I like Tom a lot. But yeah, so Tom's going to go. The heroes are completely decimated, but here comes the double, and we're going to get the Token Teens challenge that Tyson ended up winning, but this time it is won by Boston Rob and Candace, and then Boston Rob beats Candace for the reward of hot dogs. So
Look, here's a very underrated what if that I think would have changed the whole game. If Candace beats Rob in this, then the heroes get to see the villains tribal and they realize there is no girls alliance.
There's no girls alliance.
Oh yeah, that's true. Wow.
But she couldn't beat Rob, so
No.
they got false narrative.
Yeah. Also, I mean, Tyson was right there, close to beating Rob. If Tyson wins immunity, then I think the split vote plan actually works.
Yeah.
So, because Tyson doesn't freak out.
Right.
So, I don't know.
This split vote plan, like, it was really well thought out and it should have worked. And I'm still like trying to figure out what happened, because it seems like Russell didn't go to Tyson to try to get him to flip his vote because Russell thought like he could get him to switch on a split vote. He literally just went to like try anything.
Yeah.
He kind of said something at the reunion of like, basically, like at that point, he then knows that Russell is going to still be there. So there's no point in like making Russell an enemy. Right? Like, well, if Parvati's going to go anyway, like I might as well just vote for Parvati and not vote for Russell and like piss off this other person. And now I'm stuck on a tribe with this person who's mad at me because he knows that Russell's a petty little bitch. So like in that sense, I guess it makes sense, but like, F it. No, I'm not like, okay, cool. You can make it 4-3-2. That's up to you, bro.
But yeah, I think Russell does not deserve any credit for making that move happen because it's literally Tyson did it to himself.
Yeah. I agree completely.
I had heard somewhere, it was a podcast, an article, something a while back, and I don't remember who said it, but someone said like by that point Russell was kind of checked out because like
back-to-back
seasons, and he was almost like, I don't even care if I go home. Like, I'll play the idol on Parvati. If I go home, I go home. It's whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep that person around. If you believe that, keep that person around because they're checked out. They don't care. They're gonna be here anyway. Like, don't piss them off. Take out Parvati, who's the bigger threat, right? Like, I get the thought. I don't get actually doing it, but I get the thought, like why you might think to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whatever. Tyson. Like, it's a dumb move. It's a dumb move, but it gets overshadowed so soon.
Yeah, it does. It is definitely a dumb move. Again, I do think if Boston Rob split vote plan, I do think that Boston Rob at least makes the merge in this season.
I mean, he almost made the merge as it is.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is with Boston Rob, they probably still win challenges.
Yeah.
So they go into the merge with majority, and then he's like, Jerry's clearly playing in like smart. So Jerry maybe puts up a fight against him, but like, if they don't lose those challenges, and like, if that group isn't the group of 5 that goes to the merge, like, it's a much different ending.
Yeah, I agree. That's a what if Shane and I should go over because I do think we might get a Boston Rob win, but that's something to discuss for sure.
Because I mean, I think this like All Stars Rob's game was really good, but I think this almost was better or could have been better.
It could have been better
if Tyson didn't mess it up for him.
Yeah. And then once Boston Rob loses control, then he falls apart.
Yeah. And I think this Tyson messing this move up, I think is what told Rob that when I come back on Redemption Island, like I need complete control over these people. Like we need the buddy system. We need all this nonsense.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And production gave him a bunch of Boston Rob fans.
Yep. Put him on the Superfan tribe. Yep.
Yeah.
But yes, so we're gonna get to tribal council, and so ultimately, Tyson's gonna flip his vote. Russell is like, it originally seems like he might play it for himself. He's like, no, not this way, and then he gives it to Parvati, and then everybody thinks, besides Tyson is like, oh, this is gonna work, and Tyson's like, oh shit, and then
Tyson's like,
yeah. So Tyson is gonna get blindsided with 3 votes. So
imagine getting voted out of a tribe of 9 with 3 votes.
It's insane. And this, again, this is a big reason why they end up losing because, Sandra and Courtney now have to play in these physical challenges, and they don't have Tyson there, who is a very physical asset to them. So
he was on the challenge. Like, he is an athlete. Like, in his own spare time, he like does physical competitions.
Right.
So like if you want to win challenges, that's the person you have on your team.
Yeah. I guarantee.
But if you're a little bandy-legged troll who's missing a tooth, you don't care about winning challenges, so you vote Tyson out.
Yeah. I guarantee any of these immunity challenges that we have coming up, reward or immunity, I guess Survivor Bowling's a crapshoot. So any immunity challenge here, I think with Tyson, they absolutely win.
Yeah.
So,
there's the thing that Boo told us when we interviewed him is he said Russell and Coach told him that in Heroes and Villains, there were some of the challenges, like there's one where they had to go under a log or something. And he said the heroes seemed like they were going under way easier than the villains. So after the challenge, like Coach walked over and tried to fit under it, and it was way bigger hole to get under than the villain side.
Yeah, I do remember that being said.
But something he told us.
Yeah, I would trust it in the sense that Boo is really good friends with Russell, so I would trust it.
There's people in the world who are really good friends with Russell.
At least one of them is.
All right. Then the other big thing in this episode, we have banana etiquette. We had to mention that. So James takes.
Amanda's trying so hard. Amanda's trying so hard to save James. She's trying so hard. This is her BFF. They play Survivor together. This is like she wants him there, and she's like, "You have to have banana etiquette."
Yeah.
Please, James. Please don't get voted out.
Yeah. My favorite part is James talking about it at Tribal in front of the villains, just like cracking everybody up.
Yeah. And then another James thing that's funny is like Jeff's like, "All right, villains, time to go. Drop your food," and James like, "Ha ha." Yeah,
the Simpsons laugh. Yeah. And then of course we get Superman in a fat suit about Colby. It's like my Superman sucks, and like I grew up watching one of the baddest survivors of all time. Colby's like, I'm not that old.
Right? Like that's the thing. Grew up like, sir, Colby's like 35 in this season. Right. He's younger than I am now in this season, and he's the old man. And I'm like,
yeah, it is funny. James is gonna go too, and then we're gonna get to the next episode, and we're basically gonna get the conclusion, the Deus Ex Machina, I guess, of Russell versus Boston Rob. Yeah. And so
it's interesting here because they weren't even gonna go for Rob. Like Russell was gonna go for Sandra or Courtney,
where he literally tells them
like, it's one of these two. Then Rob like goes off on him, and then is it Danielle that is like, why don't we just go for Rob?
Yeah, it's Danielle and Parvati. Danielle did talk about it in her interview with us, where she said that she pushed for Boston Rob, and so I think it is her. That's
right. Or like it actually like was a little bit Coach too, because Coach was in that conversation, and he's like, oh yeah, Rob is saying, oh, like we need to get rid of you, and then Danielle's like, well, let's just get rid of Rob. And then Coach is like, oh, no, take back what I said.
Coach does not do any favors here. Obviously, Coach is like being torn between two alliances because Russell knighted him as well.
It's so funny to see he and Jerry be in the middle and how he cannot handle it. And Jerry is so good at it. Yeah. Like, it's so like, very clearly of the two, she was going to be the one to make it because like while he's on the villain tribe, because he's so egotistical and he has these crazy stories and nobody believes, like he's so like no, like we need to be like honorable warriors, and like he can't handle this, like you're gonna have to lie to this side or lie to this side. Like he can't handle it. And he just crumbles.
Yeah. And then you have Coach telling Boston Rob, I want to be with you on the last day.
I do think so. Jerry really wanted to like make the flip, and Coach seemed less like he wanted to make the flip, which I think it was smart for her.
Yes.
So like I get why she was saying it, but like, Coach, you should have pushed harder. You should have pushed harder to not flip. Like,
yeah. Because I think Jerry was still burned from All Stars, but like honestly, that was Lex. Like, be mad at Lex. Like, Rob didn't vote you out. He just convinced Lex to do it.
Yeah. And I think Jerry's probably thinking too, like, we're getting close to the merge. I got to get him out before the merge. He got me out before the merge, so you can go, Rob. Right? Like, So I get it, Jerry, but like, Coach, you should have pushed harder. You should have convinced her. Because then we're left with Russell for the whole season.
I know.
We
I
lose
also
Courtney
think
next. Courtney, the
I also
hilarious
think-
Courtney.
I also think Boston Rob doesn't do himself any favors because he kind of
Does he ever?
He falls apart. He's kind of like, Jerry, you know what to do. You know what's best. And basically kind of, I don't know if throws in the towel is the right term, but he falls apart.
Yeah,
So,
well, I feel like there's certain situations where you think, like, depending on the person, you kind of guilt trip them like that, or be like, okay, I want what's best for you. You know what's best, just do it. But like, it failed.
Yeah, it was guilt tripping. It wasn't necessarily giving up, but it came off that way to try to guilt trip Jerry.
But Jerry was playing to win this season, so she was not going to be guilt tripped.
Yeah, yep. So we get to tribal, and we're gonna get the iconic line of, "If you're not with me, then you're against me."
Mm-hmm.
And so, and you're against me, and then then we get Coach voting for Courtney. Yes. I also think we need to mention Coach is trying to spell out Dragon Slayer on all of his votes this season. Like, he's putting the numbers for like the letter that it goes to. So he gets to drag by the time he gets to
drag, because he got dragged this season.
Yeah. I mean, I think he also tries it on his jury vote too. So he got to Drago. Yeah. But yeah, so Coach is gonna vote for Courtney, and Boston Rob's gonna get voted out 4-3 to 1, and you get Boston Rob saying to Coach, "You're a little man." Like, he goes to hug him, and then he just says, "You're a little man," and Coach just sits
like stiff arms him.
Poor little.
So much like copycat stuff too, because Russell just repeats anything anyone says. Like, he'll repeat if you're not with me, you're against me. He does some other stuff later on too. And then Coach copies this little man thing when he calls Russell a little man at Final Tribal.
Yeah. It is funny.
I mean, Russell is a little man.
He is. But he's also being like, Russell is a bully, which is probably true. But then he's like, Russell's a coward. And man, Coach, you were a coward at this vote. So.
I wouldn't even say Coach was a coward. Coach was more spineless.
Yeah.
If this is what you want to happen, stand up and make it happen.
Yeah, just make a tie.
I think Coach is literally so full of himself that he's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna vote Courtney because like in Survivor,
she's the weakest.
Yeah, and like when everyone knows, like, by voting Courtney, Rob is going home, but Coach is probably legitimately convinced himself that I don't know where the vote's going. So
right. If he just votes for Rob, he's probably fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he had voted for Rob at this point, probably is fine.
Or if he forces rocks.
Yeah.
Although, I think if he forced a tie, Sandra probably flips. Because even though she's close with Rob, like, she's not going to rocks.
It's anybody but her.
Yeah.
Sandra's not going to rocks.
Yeah.
Courtney will go to rocks because Courtney doesn't care.
Yeah. Courtney
will go to rocks. I feel like that would come down to Jerry and Sandra and be like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Which one of us is flipping? Because we're not. Neither one of us is going out here.
Well, the funny thing is, like, they can't talk on the first revote. So imagine if they both flip and then it's
that'd be hilarious.
That would be funny.
They can't talk and they make eyes at each other like,
But then they can talk.
You flip.
Yeah. Boston Rob is gonna go here. We are obviously getting the Heroes incredible win streak now, minus the challenge at the final 11 where they end up the reward challenge where they end up losing for Outback. But you also are getting Rupert versus Russell here because in that basketball challenge, Russell and Rupert like start trying to punch each other. So.
The coach just cannot shoot a basket to save his life.
Oh my God.
I mean, I can't talk. Like I can't
either.
I can't talk on that because like same bro.
But he does like the perfect like form, and then it just like goes nowhere.
Yeah.
Relatable content.
Yeah. So, so we're gonna get Survivor Bowling coming back, which again, bad challenge, but you get Coach demanding the tribe sit Sandra and Courtney out of the reward challenge so that they get pizza, which they lose.
Which they then don't even get.
Yeah.
Like, Coach, like this is the thing. Coach, vote for Rob and then keep your head down and work with these people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you'll be fine. But he just like, he can't do it. He can't do it because he's Coach. He can't.
Right. Well, this is going to lead obviously to Sandra then organizing after they lose this mud challenge and organizing the votes to blindside Coach.
Yeah,
and
she does it brilliantly because she doesn't just go like, "Oh, I want to vote Coach." She's like, "Yeah, Russell, Coach is saying how he regrets the last vote. He wishes he voted you out."
If you know Sandra's gonna win this, watching that moment is so good.
Yeah. Russell's
like,
stupid. He ate that shit up.
You do know what you're doing, Sandra. All right. Okay.
And as far as we saw, like she didn't even bring that up at Final Tribal.
No, that's unfortunate. I mean, unless it just didn't make the edit for whatever reason. But
Final Tribal has to be way longer than what we see.
Yeah.
Especially in these earlier seasons, like because I've watched Pearl Islands, Guatemala, China, Micronesia, now this, like they're so short. I'm like, where's the rest of it?
Yeah. Samoa last season I talked about how the edit very clearly must have left stuff out about like that jury shitting on Russell because like there's no way, and praising Natalie White, like there's no way that that didn't happen based on the votes. So but
happens again.
Yeah. So then we're gonna get to Tribal. This is where Jeff Probst way oversteps his bounds as host and berates Courtney for Boston Rob being gone.
When she literally didn't vote for him. She was aligned with him. And then she's like, "Thanks, Jeffrey," or something.
When she says thanks, Jeffrey, oh, it's so good. I understand that she is probably not Jeff's favorite, but she's one of my favorites, and I would love for her to come back. Like, she should be a 4-time player because she's hilarious.
She only got 4 confessionals this season, which is crazy. She should have gotten way more. But
it's crazy to think she only got that many because I think of her as being such a like talk shit about people queen.
Yeah. I'm shocked when I saw she only had 4, and then I was looking at it, and she gets like a couple in the first couple episodes, and then she gets the bandy-legged troll Russell one, and then I think that might be it. Or like
again, this is 60-minute episodes. This is 20 people. This is 2 challenges an episode. Like,
yeah, true. But yeah, so Jeff does that, and then it is a Coach blindside. And it is a little bit shocking because you're like, Danielle's pushing back against Russell of like keeping Coach in the game, but then she is good with then helping vote Coach out here. In this split vote, presumably, where or at least Jerry is obviously not in on the Coach vote, but Russell like pretends that he is in on voting Courtney out because he wants to make sure to pull Jerry back in. I'll give Russell a little bit of credit here, but yeah. So Coach is the first member of the jury, and we'll talk about the famous Ponderosa thing that does happen in a little bit, because there is some fun backstory. But then yeah, we're gonna get the unfortunately famous coach challenge without coach. I'm actually sad that we didn't get coach.
I know the producers must have been so mad. They were like one vote away from it. Because even Courtney's like, oh, this is the challenge where coach screams.
You do get great moments though in this challenge. You get Sandra talking about popping out babies without any aspirin. You have Colby's hi Jerry.
Oh, and then going into this challenge, Rupert is so mad that like they're voting him the weakest when they're literally like, it's a strategy. You trick them. And he's like, if you want to vote me the weakest,
Like I'm the strongest person out of the final 11. He literally says that. I'm like, Rupert.
Yeah. You have a broken toe in 3 places and you're standing on little tiny pegs with your toe.
Yeah. So the heroes do actually lose this. But then we're going to get the moment JT finds an idol, basically tells his whole tribe. And then we're going to get where JT's like, it's time to make a big move. And I'm going to write Russell a letter. And we're going to give Russell the idol at the challenge to protect him from this all-devouring women's alliance.
Oh yeah, and like Rupert's like, it's so obvious, it's a girls' alliance, and like he's so confident in himself.
It's so funny to watch them convince themselves of all these things, like, oh, you sweet, lovable heroes. Yeah. But like, and it's also so dumb. You have an idol, you won the challenge. If there's a merge next, you're gonna go in 5-5, and you're gonna have an idol, and you're gonna have probably Parvati. And you're gonna have Amanda, and you're gonna have Rupert and Sandra. You're gonna have people who like are connected. You're gonna have Colby and Jerry. So like, you can figure out who the vote is gonna be and use the idol correctly. Like,
like they think they're gonna have Courtney there, and like Amanda and Courtney are probably closer than Amanda and Parvati. But yeah, like at this point, I feel like their logic wasn't as dumb as it might seem. Because like, yes, it might seem plausible there's a girls' alliance because like Parvati did this before and all the guys are going out, but to be 100% confident on it and throw away all your resources and like trust some guy you've never seen play before, but all you know is he's on a landmark season as a villain, like yeah
and it's so dumb. It's so dumb to just be like, well, yeah. I mean, that must be what's happening. So we're gonna make him our 6th member now with a note, right? Like with a note that says you're gonna come in 6th, right? Like,
yeah, I get that. If the move does end up working, then JT might be hailed as smart, but of course this isn't going to work. So I'm not going to argue that it isn't dumb, but also
it's hard to imagine because we obviously know watching the show that that's not what's going on.
Right.
So like it's hard to imagine, but even we've seen me play games. I don't give away idols. I would play an idol on someone at a tribal council I'm at, but I don't give them away.
Oh,
and
100%.
It's just like, oh, well, let's get him on our side now. Like, idiotic.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you were saying, if you truly think it's a girls' alliance, let them vote out Russell. They come in with the numbers, but you have all these connections you can work.
Right. And they like.
And you have your own idol, so
they have their own idol. So like, what if Russell has his own idol, and they're just giving him an extra? Like,
right.
Which, spoiler alert, is what's happening.
Yeah.
Even like, I don't know. I just feel like if they're going in to that merge that way, like 5-5, worst case, like it's a tie. So just let it go to a tie. But you can probably figure out where it's going because like it's probably not going to go to Amanda since Amanda has connections with Courtney and Parvati. Might not go to Colby because he has a connection to Jerry. So you're like narrowing it down, and then you have 3 people play the idol on one of the 3 of you.
Right.
Yeah. It is. They definitely should have kept it, obviously.
Yeah, actually, it's probably 2 because like Rupert and Sandra are close.
Yeah,
Rupert and Sandra are close.
This and JT.
Amanda has Parvati and Courtney, right? Like they all like they have enough connections that they should be able to talk to people, and even if like this game they're not working together, they still know each other well enough that they should be able to like read what's happening, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, JT absolutely was setting himself up to be the next boot. Like it absolutely was never going to work, and from what we know was going to happen. So
I still like. I don't think James getting voted out with 2 idols is as dumb. I don't think Tyson getting himself voted out is as dumb. Maybe I think it's Eric. Eric is the other dumb one.
I think Eric is still the dumbest move, to be honest. But
yeah, I think these are the 2 dumbest because there's no reason, right? Like,
yeah,
you don't have to do this, JT.
Yeah, I don't know. Jeff still wants to claim Colby taking Tina to the end is one of the dumbest moves too, but I think he was just butthurt about his bromance getting broken. So. Yeah. Because in my opinion, Colby could have beat Tina if he actually had a better final tribal.
I mean, he was 1 vote away from.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so Courtney's gonna get voted out here after Russell and Parvati read JT's letter out loud, which is just and again, I just also want to say, like, Sandra absolutely set that up perfectly of like she saves Courtney 1 round so that she's guaranteed to now make the merge because they're just going to vote out Courtney now. So Sandra absolutely sets herself up well there.
Oh, yeah. And they just, I mean, we said it before, they think that Sandra is this goat that they can just carry along. Like, Sandra is one of 4 winners on this season. And you people are like, well, Sandra, I mean, nobody's going to vote for her. She won in a landslide. Like,
yeah.
And she plays into it. She's just like, yeah, I'm just here.
Yeah, she's perfect because like this season has so many people with huge egos, and she just like goes under the radar, forgets about her ego. She's like, you can call me a goat, you can say I'm not gonna win, I don't care.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that is I like to find that gif all the time, like, but I don't know about that.
Yeah. All right, so we get to the merge. We got Yin Yang, which is one of the best merge tribe names. So I love this. After the suggestions are the real villains, the Hillans. Yeah.
And when Jerry's like, let's just call ourselves all villains, Colby's like disgusted.
Some of these heroes get so caught up in being a hero. I'm like, you're still playing a game for $1 million, guys. Like, come on.
Oh yeah, then they have Rupert give the confessional. He's like, we're not all villains. We should be all heroes.
We should all be in honorable positions.
Yeah. And then he tries, I don't even know the word to use, but this is when he starts like these weird confessionals throughout the whole rest of his time in the game where he has these pauses and stuff. He's like, or even he has this earlier, he's like, James is power. Colby is not. Russell might be the devil. He is. He's trying to be dramatic.
He's so dramatic. I love drama, so I'm here for it.
Yeah, he might be worse than Johnny Fairplay. He is.
It's so dumb.
Oh my god. So yeah, Sandra basically spills everything about what isn't true. Can we also just take a minute? Russell's lie, his like fake story is like that shouldn't convince anyone, to be honest. It was like, how is this even something you are all entertaining, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So like the way he says they stood up at the same time makes no sense. It should be that he stood up to play his and then she stood up to play hers.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That would be more believable.
Why would she stand up if she's running a girls' alliance?
Right.
Yeah. And like, why would you both look at each other at the same exact time? Like,
yeah,
it's so stupid. Like, Russell makes no sense, and JT is like, you know,
and
is he playing us?
They all believe it. They all believe it to the point to where Sandra is like, actually, no, you guys are wrong. It's not an all-girls alliance. I'm on the bottom, and like she spills everything, and they don't believe her.
Yeah.
Well, I think part of it is because she spills it to Rupert, and like it kind of shows you what they think of Rupert when Rupert's like, I don't know, he might not be what we think he is. Sandra said he's not, and then they're like, Rupert, forget about it. Like, you're not thinking about the game properly. Like, he's clearly on the bottom. They just like throw Rupert aside.
Yeah.
He's just like their figurehead, but they don't like fully respect him.
He's their mascot.
This is the beginning of 2 episodes in a row of Sandra being like, I don't even care. I just want Russell out. And the heroes being like, no, we have to keep him.
The heroes are so bad, right?
Oh yeah.
The merge is not good for the heroes.
No, I think I've always said if only Tom Westman and Suri would have been here to actually talk sense into these people.
Imagine if Suri makes the merge.
Suri would be like, what the hell are you people doing?
Imagine Suri makes the merge in place of JT.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. The villains die.
Yeah. Suri, well, because Suri is able to rope Parvati into work with her. Like, Parvati absolutely would have worked with Suri.
Well, and Sandra would have, because Sandra wanted him. So, like, Sandra would have flipped on him. So,
Yeah. All right, so we get the pole challenge. We have Parvati somehow hanging on with like her leg is off the pole.
She is floating.
Yeah.
She has like one hand and one like corner of a toe.
Yeah.
And she's just like, hey guys.
I don't know. I literally fall and break every bone in my body.
Could I pull that position off for a minute? Maybe. Would I do it 15 feet in the air? I promise you I would not. Right? Like,
yeah.
Because there's a chance that and she's just like unbothered. Like, I understand Courtney in a challenge like this being unbothered because Courtney weighs all of 72 pounds. So like, she's probably not going to fall. There's not enough gravity to pull her down from that height. But like, Parvati, you're a full-grown person. Like, you're going to get hurt if you fall. Please don't do this.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and the crazy thing to me is like she throws this challenge at Danielle, and the heroes aren't concerned by that when they think that Parvati knows that she's the target.
Yeah. Can we?
Because they're so into like being heroes and being honorable. Like, well, she's gonna save her friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Dummies.
the fact Amanda has no idea how to lie to Parvati.
Not
Like,
at all.
It's
insane. Like, Parvati's
it's so fun because Amanda, we know Amanda's a very good player. She's made it to the end twice.
Yes.
At that point, she's the only person to have done that?
Yeah, at this point, yes.
So like, she is a very good player. And I don't know if she can't lie or she can't lie to Parvati.
She might not just be she just might not be able to lie to Parvati is the thing. And Parvati has played 39 days with Amanda, so she knows everything about Amanda.
Right.
So,
like I think it's that like Parvati just knows, like she knows her tells. Like,
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Imagine if Parvati and Amanda didn't have a falling out and like they were actually on good terms. Like, I really wonder what would have happened. Like, would Parvati actually go to Amanda or not?
Yeah, I do wonder that.
I mean, I think if we don't have JT being such an idiot, I think we do get that. But then we get like such a like dug in of like, we're the heroes and we need to beat you. Like, and Parvati's like, all right, well.
Yeah. Well, and Parvati is just so good. Like, this episode is what cements her legacy. Because it's not even just the double idol play. It's that she steps down from this challenge. Because if she wins this challenge, it's harder to predict who they're going to vote for. But by stepping down, they know that she's the target. But they're like, oh, well, we think she's an idol, so we can't vote for her. It's one of these two. Versus the other scenario, it's between 3 people and you don't know who.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just like so smart.
Yeah. So Parvati has found the Outback idol, and then Russell gives her JTs. She's got her 2 little green men. She's keeping the Outback one secret from Russell. So we're gonna get to Tribal Council, another one of the greatest tribals of all time. We get Rupert going off about the villains taking all the bananas. Banana etiquette is still happening. We have bananas, they're ripe all the time.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
And you have Parvati's great facial reaction where she's just like rolling her eyes or like standing back. Like, this is just so dramatic, over the top. Oh my God, it's so good. And then, so we obviously get the heroes are gonna try to vote Jerry out.
It's so great. So like, this is one of the times too when they show all the votes.
Yes.
So we know, and like, when she pulls out and says Sandra and gives the first one to Sandra,
You get the smile.
and they're all like, we got him. And then she pulls the second one out and gives it to Jerry, and they're like, shit.
Damn it. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, I don't think it'd be fair to let our bananas go, our green bananas turn yellow without all our debaucherous little villains. So
It's so good.
Yeah, and then Russell's like, so you didn't tell me about this, and she's like, secret.
And she's like that gif of like the little girl who blew out the other girl's birthday candles, right? Where she's just like,
It's so funny.
no, I didn't. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah. Yeah. So this is probably Parvati's best move in her Survivor career. Like this,
It is so memorable. It's
Yeah.
like people still will say like, oh, it'd be a shame to watch green bananas turn yellow.
Yes.
Right? Like people still reference that 15 years later.
Yeah. It's incredible. Like being able to play two idols, neither of them for yourself, and like save two of your allies. Again, it's gonna keep. Jerry obviously is gonna stay close to you for a little bit, and then Sandra.
The other half is that like those are the two villains who are like on the outs. So
Yes.
that like also ropes them in to like, see, you can trust me. We're gonna stick together. It's
Right.
so smart.
Yeah.
Right.
It's ironic too, because earlier in the season, like after the Tyson vote out, Parvati's like, yeah, Jerry's just a bitter old cougar. He's probably jealous, like a man hasn't done what Russell did to me to her.
My favorite part.
Parvati does it to her.
Yeah, my favorite part of that is Jerry being like, I just want to punch that girl in the face, and then Parvati's like, this Jerry's annoying.
I love that they're like the producers are kind of like, yeah, let's have the villains fight. Let's show the villains fighting.
Well, Sandra has like the best. I mean, Sandra's confessionals are great, but she has one. She's like, I hate Coach. I hate Russell.
I hate Danielle.
She's like, I hate Russell even more.
Yeah, or like later on when she's like, I'm gonna do this for Courtney, for Boston Rob, for Tyson, for Coach, even though I don't care about him, but I'll just throw him in.
Oh yeah, and we forgot to mention when she votes for Russell at one of the million times she votes.
Oh yes.
Go in the ocean and wash your ass. I can't stand you.
Oh, I love her. Sandra, you with me or against me? I'm against you, Russell.
Yes, I'm against you, Russell. Yes. All right. So JT goes here, and then we're gonna get the Treasure Island episode. We talked about it with Danielle. So this is, of course, Colby finally wins a challenge in shuffleboard, and they go to Robert Louis Stevenson's house where Treasure Island was.
I miss Survivor being in different locations and being able to do stuff like this.
Yes, it's so good. Amanda's continuously looking for a clue, and then we're going to get into the bedroom to watch Treasure Island. Danielle does find the clue, as it shows.
Amanda is so dead set on finding this clue, and she lets Danielle hold the bowl. Like, have Colby is number one, the person who won the challenge. Number two, the person in the middle. Have Colby hold the bowl. Like,
yeah,
I'm screaming at the TV because I know the outcome. I'm screaming at the TV like, stop it.
Yeah.
And then he like goes and like sits basically like on Danielle.
Yeah. Yeah. They have this cat fight, this wrestling match in the bedroom. And then
like Amanda says the whole time, like her biggest mistake is not like making sure she got that clue. And I'm like, you could have like like, okay, we're fighting over it. Let's just read it out loud so we both have it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, do that. Like,
Yeah.
instead, she's like, all right, fine. Like, I think part of it is that, like, the villains had permission to be villainous, but the heroes had to, like, maintain a sense of, like, heroicness.
Yeah.
Heroicity. And so she felt like, oh, I have to do the right thing, right? Like, I think that happens a few times this season with some of the heroes where they're like, no, I got to do the right thing because I'm a hero.
Yeah.
JT obviously does not have that, but like, I think some of them do that. And so she's like, fine.
Sure.
Rupert, often. Colby,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
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 But this one, so like we talked to Danielle about this, and she never said, she was just like, yeah, we got in a fight and whatever. And then Colby told Amanda to give it back. But I read somewhere that the producers made like her give it back because you're not allowed to steal.
I read that.
That would make more sense to why Colby was kind of like acting because they probably told him to say that. But Danielle,
Well, like, Colby probably knows the rule of like,
yeah,
Amanda, they're going to make you give it back.
right.
Yeah. It's funnier though when if even if it's not acting, for Colby to just be like, I was too busy watching Treasure Island.
Right. And the other thing then too after that is now we know Danielle has the clue. Stick to her like glue. You
Right.
are her new like conjoined twin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do not do anything without her. And they're just like, well, she has the clue.
Yeah.
This would have been the perfect time to start the buddy system.
Ooh. Well, and Amanda is Boston Robin of girls' bodies.
Right? Which I don't see it, but apparently,
yeah, I don't know. It's Russell's.
head, as Rob said.
Yeah. So then Jerry wins her first individual immunity with the House of Cards. And so now we're basically going to get, Amanda's going to get taken out. Russell is going to misplay an idol, which gets him laughed at by Courtney from the jury, which is hilarious.
Yeah. Courtney's great. And yeah, even this, like when Jerry wins immunity, you can tell by this point she's like loving being there.
Yes.
Because she comes off of All Stars and had like such a bad experience, and here like she's back.
Yeah.
Remember the reunion of All Stars? She was like
rude off
so
Off the
angry.
stage, yeah. Yep. Also, we should mention, as Amanda's getting voted off here, the first three jury members, Coach, Courtney, and JT, formed the Dragons at Ponderosa. And I believe there was some controversy because Coach wanted to wear like a Dragons t-shirt that he made, and then production almost didn't let him wear it or something, so he threw a hissy fit. So
Coach threw a hissy fit? Huh. You don't say.
But that's just like
I also I'm not saying this judgmentally. I throw hissy fits sometimes too. It's
Yeah.
okay, Coach.
100%
But, like,
we all do.
Coach threw a hissy fit? Shocker.
Yeah. So yeah, this happened. Amanda goes home. Then we're gonna get episode 12, which is the double episode 2 and 1. And this is where we're gonna get Rupert's best strategic move. He finds a rock and puts it in his pocket.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
But also, like,
yeah, and then maybe Colby's best strategic move alongside it when he's like, "Let's vote for Candace because they might split."
because he overhears the thing and he's like, well, then we'll put our votes on Candace, and then Candace is gonna go.
Well,
I do also think there's a little bit of Jerry being like, let's protect Colby. Like, I can vote for Colby. No, I don't want to vote. I want to vote for Candace. Let's split the vote between Rupert and Candace.
Well, and here's the thing. Parvati and Danielle are also pushing to go against Russell's wishes and take out Candace. And Jerry's like, well, this would be perfect because it's going to get a rift between Russell and Danielle and Parvati now. So if I push for Candace and we get Candace out, then it puts me in an even better position.
Right. And like, I think people, because it was so weird that Candace was here, right? Like, she wasn't like someone we were demanding back.
Yeah.
She wasn't like super heroic, and because she gets taken out this way, I think it's easy to like dismiss her. But like, this is early in the days of Hidden Immunity Idols. She's like, no, I'm gonna stick with these people, and I'll figure out a plan later. Like, be the last hero standing, and then they're gonna have to like split up, and I'll be there to like pick up the pieces and go with whoever needs me. Right? Like, I don't think it's actually terrible strategy. It just doesn't work for her because then they use her and they're like, bye.
Bye.
Well, it's ironic too, because like the one thing she's known for her first season is mutinying, and here she flips. It's like that's all she does.
Yeah, and Rupert and Colby call her disgusting for her.
It's so funny that they are so like we complain now in current Survivor that there's no villains, but like what was a villain at this time? Like someone willing to play the game? Like
yeah.
We have plenty of people willing to play the game now.
We're the last two true heroes.
Rupert's like too much this season. He's just playing that role, and that's
he's
awesome.
definitely playing the character.
He always does this now because Pearl Islands is the pirate. All Stars, he's the most popular player ever. Heroes
Blood versus the hero in Blood versus Water. He has to be the honorable one and give up for his wife.
Yes.
Okay, but like again, he has made it to the merge, starting with 8, starting at 6, and starting at 10. He's had a full experience. Like let his wife have. So like yes, it's like playing the hero role, but it's also like like I don't need to do this again.
Yeah.
I've proven I'm good at this. Like let my wife have the chance.
True. So Candace is gonna go because the split vote plan in Rupert's Rock do work out.
Yeah.
And then Russell comes back and throws a hissy fit over once again Parvati and Danielle not telling him. So this leads to
Danielle does put her foot in her mouth at Tribal Council.
Yes. Oh, yes. We're gonna get to that. Like, this is what screws her over. So Russell does win immunity, and so he's like basically trying to like, ruffle the feathers. And then we get to Tribal Council, and it ends up working enough for Danielle to break down, and basically
Danielle breaks down. She like it's stressful. She's hungry. She's tired. And
she's dealing with Russell.
You guys, we play online games. Like you can feel times when like it's slipping through your fingers. Where like it's happening and you can't stop it. Right? Like I think she's feeling that too of like, oh my god, like I went from being on the bottom to being in control, and I played so well and I've won immunities and it's slipping through my fingers and I can't stop it. Right? And I think that's the thing that really gets to her. And she's like, Parvati and I are closer than you think. And if they hadn't been convinced yet, that is the line where they're like, "Oh, really?"
Yeah. Russell's like, "Oh, really?"
but like, I think Jerry is too.
Yeah,
like, I think they all are. They're like, "Oh."
This is where Jerry flips, I think. So she makes the decision to flip and blindside Danielle.
I truly think
Jerry is the star of the season.
Yeah, for sure. So Danielle's gonna go, and now we're gonna get to the loved ones, which this is where we get "Damn it, Reed."
It's so. Listen, Colby is not even old enough. He's 35.
Yeah.
Right? I am 40. I will be 41 this fall. Right? Like Colby is not old. However, I think Colby's naturally athletic, so I don't think he has to try very hard. He's not used to that. And for the first time he does, and I don't think he's like I think he's just like, no, it's the whole season. And then his brother comes in, he's with his brother, and then he's mad at his brother.
Yeah. It's so
and
funny.
Jeff is making fun of both of them, and it's so funny.
It's so funny. He's making fun of his former bromance. So
funny.
So we're then gonna get Russell is now once again, this is where Russell is again trying to make deals. He did it in Samoa. He makes deals for no reason. Thinks now that the women went on the reward that he's now gonna work with Rupert and Colby.
Which is dumb because those two are going to sweep the floor with him. I mean, anyone sweeps the floor.
Right, I was gonna say anyone
sweeps the floor with him, but he has to know you can't go to the end with those two.
A hero.
And so there's no point in even making that up. There's no point in even saying it.
Yeah. It's really dumb, Russell.
You can just Russell can just yes them and not be so committed and not make as many enemies. But of course he's Russell, so he can't help himself.
Yeah.
This is also where Rupert and Russell get in another fight. Rupert just tries to instigate something with Russell, and then Russell's like, the good guy, the second coming of Christ. You're such a dumbass, Rupert.
Yeah, and then Rupert manages to get Sandra mad at him too.
Yes, loose lips sink ships, Rupert.
Yes, because like here's the like it's crazy to me to think that like Sandra has been trying this whole time, Rupert. She's been trying this whole time to like get you to work with her to take out Russell. And here you are, and what do? You flip on her.
Yeah, this is really stupid of Rupert and Colby to do this. And Sandra obviously found the idol in the burning bush last round. So,
and seemingly nobody expects that she has it unless they're just hiding that in the edit.
It seems like
nobody
like
knew.
I think they just gave up on finding it.
Yeah, and they like wrote her off in the game. They're like, she's just here. She doesn't care. She's not doing anything. She'll be the GOAT at the end.
Yeah.
Right. And like the thing is too, is that you could probably convince the girls to flip on Russell at that point because they would still have the numbers on Colby and Rupert. And what are Colby and Rupert doing in the challenges? Like, you could have done it. And Rupert just like can't help himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he made this deal with Russell while the girls were on the reward. So he has to be true to his deal that he just made. Like, Rupert!
Yeah, this is bad.
Like a baby. God.
So Sandra plays her idol. I didn't want to leave with this in my bra, so she pulls it out and plays
the
it.
way she stands up before Jeff finishes, like the camera's not even on her.
Yeah.
She's like, should I let you finish?
Yes, it's so good.
And her voting confessional in this episode.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote you out, and you're still gonna give me your.
You're still
vote.
gonna write my name down to give me $1 million.
Yeah.
And she's right.
Because at the end, it's not only he's voting for her, he's like, again, I'm so happy to vote for you. I love you so much. Like all this nonsense.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So I wonder though, because here Parvati wins immunity and she wins the next one as well. Like if she didn't win, do we think they're gonna actually take a shot at her? Because like they kind of set it up that way, like Russell would. But I don't know.
I think Russell. I think they were gonna take the shot at Rupert here unless he had won this immunity.
I don't think Jerry or Sandra would take the shot, and therefore I don't think that they actually can. Right?
No.
Like maybe 5, but like I don't like. Do Sandra and Jerry like leave themselves as 3-2 villains over heroes with Russell as one of the 3?
Right.
No.
Yeah, like at this point, it just seems like the way this season's shaping up, like a hero jury is not good for a villain at all.
Yeah, agreed. As we're gonna see, sort of. So yeah, Rupert gives the death glare on the way out, presumably just to Russell, but so it's very funny.
And we're starting to see Russell be so full of himself in his confessionals about just like, well, these people ain't done nothing, so look at this stupid like Texas accent that I can't recreate, but like these people aren't gonna do nothing. No. They haven't done nothing, so the jury's only gonna respect me and they're not gonna respect any of them. And I'm like, you realize that like there's more than just strategy. Like this is a social game. People are gonna vote for you. And he doesn't realize that by the reunion.
Yeah, I was gonna say the reunion. He says he doesn't care. So.
Right.
All right. So then we're gonna get to our finale. Colby's the last hero left standing. Obviously,
he had no chance. He had no chance.
He had no chance.
I mean, he almost won this immunity. Like he was the last one besides Parvati.
Right.
But,
yes, but like once he doesn't have immunity,
it's done.
If it's him and Russell or him and Rupert, you can kind of like argue that like maybe they split the hero vote, right? Like, but if there's just one of them left, like, bye.
And especially with Parvati winning immunity, if she didn't win immunity, there's a compelling case to vote her out. But like, why vote out Russell? He's a GOAT. Why vote out Sandra? Everybody thinks she's a GOAT. Jerry is the other option, but like, it's not compelling.
Yeah. I do like this moment. This is where we get Colby's like last stand of like, you know, how we see him almost crack, have his emotion be like, you know, how much this game is actually meant to him. And then he's like, you know, when I was ready, I made one more attempt. And he does, kudos to Colby, he does try one more thing.
Right.
So I will give him credit there. But yeah, ultimately Colby is going to go out. Apparently in the edit, they left it out. I wish they would have left this in. Him and Jerry had reconciliation. There's been reports.
That's the thing why I think it wouldn't have been Jerry no matter what, because I think Jerry was, if he could flip one of them, Jerry was the other one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he wasn't going to go against Jerry.
Right. Exactly. So, but yeah, Colby's obviously coming back for 50. We brought up Steph's legacy. Now it's.
I can't believe they're bringing Colby back without Jerry. It's so.
I know.
It's so rude.
Their stories are so intertwined.
Yeah.
Especially when Jerry. Because now we get down to the final four, and Jerry is just the winner, sitting on a pedestal. We're just waiting for her to get there.
We'll talk about that in a moment, but yeah, it's, to me, Colby, I feel like this was like Colby doesn't still have it in him to be the challenge beast he once was, and I do feel like
as I said, he is not old, but like it is hard to keep up, especially when you're not eating, you're running in sand, right? Like this is hard, and like it is harder for me to do these things now at 40 than when I was at 30. So like I can still do them, he could still do them, but it is hard. So like I can't fault him for having difficulty with it.
And like mentally he's not fully there, like he's just not into it the way he
it's very hard to go from being on the top and being on the bottom, right? So like when you're on the top and you're like, it's very easy to maintain that mentality. When you're on the bottom and you're just trying to scrape by, it is like you're also putting that mental pressure on yourself, like I have to win. If I don't win, then I'm going to lose, right? And like,
and he's never really been on the bottom before, because in Australia he was in the major alliance, in All Stars, like he was until he got blindsided, basically.
Right.
And now here he's on the bottom for the first time.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to see what Colby will do, but again, without Jerry, it's very weird. So, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, as Tina has said, as Shane brought up earlier, if Colby really has studied up and now knows like more of what to expect going in, then maybe.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see him, like, if he goes on a journey, like, what's a journey? Or if he's on a tribe and like, I made an alliance with someone called a Riz god.
Colby finding out what Riz means for the first time.
Oh my gosh. I do look forward to that.
Yeah. So unfortunately Colby is gone, so that it's just the villains, but very much so. Here is where we think Jerry is probably going to take it at this point. She's had this great redemption.
And Russell has this whole thing of like, as long as Parvati doesn't win, Parvati's going to go. We're finally going to get her out. And like, they have no reason not to think that, right? Like she's been the target the whole time.
And for Russell's game, it makes a lot of sense because he's been so close with her the whole game.
Right.
Like, separate yourselves. But I think he's so egotistical. He's like, I did everything for her. And I mean, we see it at one of the tribals where
and he thinks that because they've both won, that they won't vote for a winner again.
I'm pretty sure he thinks he won, but like they must have. So either production told him right at the end, or they made him film the confessional twice, because they show a confessional where he's like, last time I didn't win.
I think they made him film it again because like I legitimately think he still knew he won at this point until he got back and did and found out from Shambo right at the reunion.
Yeah, because he was so pissed when he lost Samoa. Because like
Samoa, he is distraught.
He's crying.
So and then Sandra told us like he was asking like weird questions that made it sound like he won. Like he's like, oh, when does the money come? And like all this stuff. So she assumed that he was the winner. Yeah.
So it's also frustrating for Jerry because this challenge is an epic finish, the maze, and Jerry is like
they're
really
there. The three of them are all right there. And I've watched this. This is one of the few seasons I've rewatched just on my own anyway. Like, so I know what's gonna happen. I'm like, Jerry, go faster! Just go faster! Jerry, just like
I love the music.
Pull and go. Like
the music is so epic too. It's just like Yeah, the
But,
build up.
so if let's say like Jerry is in the finals, do the heroes vote her over Sandra?
That's
I-
interesting. I think Jerry
I
wins.
think Jerry probably wins.
I think she gets Colby's vote for sure. We know that.
Yeah, and then coach.
Yeah, and coach. Yep.
Probably Danielle because Parvati won't be there.
Yep.
So that's 3.
I think Parvati votes Jerry.
Not Sandra, because she kind of got close with Sandra.
She did, but I think Parvati would respect Jerry's game more, and also just based on how things have gone with Parvati and Sandra and the years since, I think Parvati hasn't respected Sandra's game as much.
So that's 4 votes. But I think Sandra gets Candace, Sandra gets Courtney.
Yeah.
Sandra gets Rupert.
Yeah.
So we're missing JT and Amanda. So it's down to those 2.
Ooh. That's
I feel like it's a toss-up.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah. Well, and interesting enough, we didn't mention it. Yeah, Candace and Sandra knew each other. Like they were neighbors. So
They were neighbors?
yes, yeah.
Well, not like next door, but like down the street.
Yeah, they were down the
That's
street
crazy.
in DC. Yeah.
No, North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina.
NC.
NC. Okay. I thought for some reason they were in DC at one point.
Candace was, or she might be now, but
Okay.
Sandra wasn't.
Okay, North Carolina. Yeah, I knew Sandra was in North Carolina.
Sandra was in Connecticut at the time. Because she's, as I pointed out when I did Pearl Island, she was my winner pick in Pearl Islands because she was from Connecticut. And so in this, like, because it's still a live reunion, which we all miss, they show like the party at the bar in Connecticut for Sandra in her hometown. So she was still in Connecticut at that point, but she might have, I feel like she might have moved by then. That might be her hometown.
Yeah. No, like I said, I knew Nina literally brought it up in Australian Survivor of like they were in North Carolina now. So but anyway, so yeah, it's a toss up. I don't know, but I
just think Jerry. I think that a lot of them didn't vote for Russell because they don't like Russell.
Yeah.
And I think they also didn't like Parvati, but the ones who voted for her like respected and appreciated that like she played the game. So I think that those people all vote for Jerry as well, right? Like I think that they vote for Sandra because they don't really like the other two in some ways, you know? And she's the most heroic of the villains because she was against Russell the whole time. Whereas, like, if Jerry's sitting there, I think Jerry can explain her game so well. Like, I think it's very compelling.
Yeah. I guess the ego goes into it, too, because if they want to vote for, like, the most heroic of the villains to, like, make sure a hero wins, it is Sandra. And because Sandra, even coming in, she's like, why am I on this tribe? I shouldn't even be here. I should be on the heroes. Because she kind of should have been, in a way.
So she was against Johnny Fairplay. She should have maybe been on the heroes. However, she talks a lot of shit.
she also dumped the fish and blamed it on Krista.
She let Krista take the fall for that.
Yeah. So she
can get loud too. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, I think it's either like 5-4 Sandra beats Jerry or 6-3 or 5-4 Jerry beats Sandra.
Yes, I agree. So Jerry goes out, unfortunately. She knows she was close. And also we have the thing of like Russell brags about how he knows he has Jerry's vote, so that's why he voted her out, which is it's gonna have such a good payoff at Final Tribal.
When that comes up at Final Tribal, it's so satisfying. Like
Parvati,
can I tell you what he said to me actually?
Yeah, Parvati throwing Russell under the bus is so hilarious.
So good.
Because it seems like Jerry, well, when Jerry was first voted off, she's like, oh, I might vote for Russell. And then like she obviously thinks on it overnight. Goes in like very open-minded to the Final Tribal, but by the time she goes up to vote, she's like, Parvati or Sandra, I don't know which one, but like Russell's not there.
Yeah. So and then
I think she probably talked to the jury after she got voted out too, and they were like, "Yeah, Russell sucks. None of us are voting for him." And she was probably like, "Oh,
yeah." And then Rupert says, "Russell, you're disgusting." And then Colby calls Russell delusional for saying luck isn't a part of the game, which I agree. Luck is always a part of Survivor.
Right. Colby says it in a very like annoying, heroic way, but he's right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So then we're gonna get to the vote read, and Sandra becomes the queen of Survivor. So, and like then the notable stuff from the reunion is that JT gets the dumbest Survivor award. Russell talks about how the game is flawed and America deserves
such a sore loser. Such a sore loser.
It's so bad.
Like you don't need to be on the villain's tribe. You need to be on the baby's tribe. Like get over yourself.
Yeah. But one of my favorite like funny moments from the reunion is it's nothing a filet mignon pizza from Gigi's. And then the funnier part is Gigi's goes out of business like within a year after that. And she, like,
Steph.
Too. I'm like, it's so dumb. Like she's so desperate for attention at this point.
Yeah.
It was. I get it. So because I love Steph so much I even loved her in Guatemala. I know that a lot of people do. I still loved her in Guatemala. So like she was so like, no, I was only there for 6 days and I was on the outs and it wasn't very fun. Like it's so weird to see her like so dejected, right? Like she is kind of grumpy, right? She is like, even in Guatemala, she's a little, but like to see her so like is like, Steph, be our sweetheart.
Yeah.
And even like Jeff just seems so annoyed when she brings up that pizza place.
Yeah. All right. So that is the season itself. So let's get to where the rankings stand. So we're going to start with the first boots. So the top 10 as they stand right now, it is Tina Wesson, Sonia Christopher, Johnny Fairplay, Chicken, Dam, Wanda, Marisa from Samoa, Deb and her rock shelter, Diane, Peter Harkey and his holes, and Timbertina.
I mean, she might be on the top 10 because she's memorable, but like, I also don't think she's very well liked, so she might not be. That could go either way.
Yeah. Because I feel like if you consider the fact, if you like tie in her first game, she's going to be higher. But if you put this season in a vacuum, like she kind of doesn't do many favors for herself here.
Yeah.
No. Well, Sugar is, I think the returnee season definitely boosted her. She is at number 4. She's right under Johnny Fairplay. So
yeah, that seems too high. Like if you're considering like her win equity and like what she did here, but considering her overall, like,
but she's memorable because it's a returnee season, and
yeah. All right, so that is the first boots. Let's hit the Fallen Angels, and our top 10 right now for Fallen Angels, it is Cerie Fields, Rob Sesternino, Kathy Vio, Rudy, Yowman, Lex, Terry Dietz, Ian Rosenberger, Johnny Fairplay, and Rafe. We're ranking Jerry Manthe, and we've talked a lot of praise about Jerry. Jerry is the new number 3. She's right under Sesternino. So
I have her right under Sesternino on my list.
Yeah.
That seems too high to me, but I get it.
I disagree. I think that she played an amazing game, and I think that if she just wins that challenge, if she's just a few seconds ahead and wins that challenge, she has a very good shot at winning the season.
Yeah,
and
this is a good stuff, but not a for sure shot.
She said something too, where I think she's the only person from this season to improve her finish.
Yes.
In the entire season.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
Sandra tied hers, but she literally couldn't.
Right. I mean, she didn't improve it.
Yeah. So, that's so Rafe gets knocked out of the top 10. So
that's
yeah.
For finalist rankings, we already know where this is going. All the way to the top.
Okay, so the losing finalists as they stand right now, it is Boston Rob All-Stars, Russell Samoa, Stephen Fishback, Ozzy, Colby, Amanda Micronesia, Kelly Wigglesworth, Stephenie LaGrossa, and then Amanda Kimmel China and Courtney Yates China. So
Parvati better be number 1.
Parvati better be on this list.
Parvati is number 2. Heroes versus Villains game she's under Boston Rob. So
that's fair. Like I have on my list, like she's 1 above Boston Rob. I think she should be higher, but like it's fair.
Yeah, I have her as 2 or 3.
We're number
think
2, but number 1 is only number 1 because like they're the closest to ever winning.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So
And I assume Russell
Russell's
is not on the list. Russell did not make top 10.
shockingly enough, people wanted to put Russell on the list again. He is number 10.
Whatever, he's gonna get kicked out soon. Bye.
Yeah. So I mean,
It's like 0 win equity. Like he wasn't even getting a vote, which is crazy. Like nobody was going to vote.
I have him at 40.
yeah, I have him in the
I think
30s.
that's pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
But
didn't have any
his
good equity.
like strategically, his game.
His strategic game is great. His social game is abysmal.
And like the point of the game is to get jury votes and enough to win. And I don't even think he would ever get a single jury vote.
He'll never do it. He'll never do it.
He never will, and he doesn't understand that. So
He doesn't want to.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, the China ladies are out of the top 10. I mean, technically, Amanda's still there for Micronesia, but yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, I love Courtney, but I mean, is she a top 10 finalist?
Top 10 character, maybe, but
Top 10 character. Top 10 character in the history of Survivor, sure.
yeah. All right, winner rankings.
Number
top
1.
10.
Number 1. She's the 2-time winner. Number 1.
All right, our top 10 right now, it is Parvati Shallow, Todd Herzog, Yul Kwan, Richard Hatch, Sandra Pearl Islands, Tom Westman, Earl Cole, Chris Doherty, JT, and Tina.
I think this game of Sandra's is better than her Pearl Islands game. In a vacuum, no, but because she came in as a winner, it's better. But I think her Pearl Islands game is way too high on this list.
So whatever, I have her in Pearl Islands overall out of all the 47 winners when I ranked them. I have her at 14 for Pearl Islands. So I think her Pearl Islands win is high. So, but this is like she's the 2-time winner.
Oh, I know.
Number
If
1.
you put Sandra by herself, that's different. But her individual wins, like I have Heroes versus Villains at 22.
I have it a little low just because I think she does spend, like, it is good for jury management to, like, you know, go to the heroes and be like, get out Russell. But I, like, she said herself with us, like, if she actually gets out Russell, she doesn't win. But as a 2-time winner, if you are combining her and saying, yes, she is the 2-time winner, she deserves to be top 10, 100%.
The only reason there's another 2-time winner is because they had an all-winner season.
Yeah,
she would still be the only 2-time winner. Like,
right.
And as much as at the time I was like, well, her whole goal was to get out Russell, and she never got out Russell. But like, how good of a game do you have to be playing for you to the whole time be telling Russell to his face you want him out? And this man who takes out anyone who breathes too loud around him leaves you there and underestimates you?
Yeah. She did also burn his hat, which is funny.
Oh, and her confessionals along the way. I don't know about that. I hate this, but you'll still vote to give me $1 million. Like, oh, she's so good.
Yeah. As an overall player, if we were doing overall player rankings, she's absolutely top 10, top 5. Yeah, 100%. But
where is she on the list, Jacob?
Heroes versus Villains, her Heroes versus Villains game is number 6. So she is below her Pearl Islands game. She's above Tom Westman. So
I need to have a sit down with some of you people in this chat.
You're gonna have to sit down
with a lot of these rankings, but
yeah. Well, Tina Weston is out of the top 10 now, so sadly.
Yeah, sad but fair.
All right.
Okay. I will have a lot of things to say at this next rankings if this is not number 1.
Yeah. Okay. So
this had better be number 1.
So the top 10 as it stands is Micronesia, Pearl Islands, China, Borneo, Cook Islands, Australian Outback, Tocantins, Marquesas, Amazon, and Gabon.
How is Tocantins so low? Because when I read it, it's amazing.
I love Tocantins, so I don't know. All right. Heroes versus Villains is the new number 1.
Thank God.
Yes. So,
at least you have taste chat in that one.
Yes. And it's never gonna leave. If it leaves that spot, we have some problems.
Yeah, it's my number 1 season. I always debate between that and Cagayan, but I'm like, Heroes versus Villains is too legendary.
Cagayan maybe could knock it out, but in my opinion, those top 2 should stay.
Yeah, 100%. Like I always like juggle between the two, but I'm like, Heroes versus Villains is too iconic to not have it.
Heroes versus Villains is good the whole time. Micronesia has some like.
Yeah.
That pre-merge is a little.
Yeah. I agree. All right, so
knock it out or Cagayan, and it shouldn't, but I could see people doing it and putting Winners at War really high.
Yeah,
I think
but
to me the one that could also is Cambodia because Second Chances is so good.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So let's get our favorite male and female. My favorite male, I'm actually gonna go with Boston Rob. I actually
You
think
have to. Yeah.
he's entertaining. He has this whole arc, the feud with Russell, and just like so many iconic moments. It's getting the best of me. And like
the best of me.
and it's just so his bromance with Jeff causing Jeff to throw a hissy fit to Courtney. Like it's so good. So Boston Rob has to be my favorite man. And favorite woman, I'm gonna go with Jerry. Just because Jerry has this amazing redemption arc from her past 2 times, and I think she's great. So
yeah, I'm going Boston Rob also because I just really enjoyed him this season because like he just changed his character. He's more heroic. His quotes, I loved it. Female, it's a toss up, but I'm gonna go with Sandra. Because it's Sandra. Like she's amazing. Her confessionals are great. My other option would have been Parvati, but I've got to say Sandra.
Yeah, Kevin.
I don't want to pick a male. I want to pick Sandra and Jerry. Can I pick Sandra and then can I say Jerry because it's a boy sounding name? Like
no, we have to pick a man.
I think I picked Sandra and Pearl Island, so I think I'm gonna go with Jerry this time because Jerry, like, I am like upset with Survivor for not putting her on 50 after this performance. Like, how dare you? How dare you, Jeffrey? Like, where's Rocky? Call Jeff on the Jeff phone and get Jerry out to Fiji.
Oh my.
So I'll go Jerry. I think for a guy. I mean, the villain guys just get taken out so early. I don't have time to appreciate them. But then the hero guys are kind of dumb. But I think I'll go with Rupert because I do love Rupert overall. He's super dramatic in like an unnecessary way. But like I'm super dramatic in an unnecessary way. And I think Rupert deserves the credit for, as I've said a couple of times now, whatever tribe he starts on, however many people are on his tribe, he always is in. He's always in the in group. The only reason he doesn't last long in Blood versus Water is because he switches places and he goes right to Redemption Island. Right? Like he's always in that group. He's always well connected. So I'm gonna go with Rupert.
I'll always appreciate Rupert as a character, as we've brought up throughout this podcast.
Is he the best player of the season? By far, no.
No. Yeah.
But like, I was like who, like, what guys am I watching and liking? Like, he's fun.
Also, we get Rupert looking disgusted when Russell wins the fan favorite. So, all right. How did this season contribute to the evolution of Survivor as we know it?
So many ways. I mean, you can win twice. Like, it made the legacy. Like, Sandra was nothing going, and people didn't even remember who she was, and now she's Mount Rushmore.
Right.
Parvati as well. Like, she was very memorable coming in. She had a big reputation, very solid winner, but this just made her a legend.
This made her a legend. Like, when you think about too, both of her last 2 seasons that she was on, they wanted her out first. They wanted her out first in Micronesia. They wanted her out first in Heroes vs. Villains, and she made it to the end both times. And like, if that doesn't cement you as an amazing player, like, I don't know what does. Yeah. I would also say idol plays, like we're really seeing the evolution of how you can play an idol. Mm-hmm. We like from Russell putting the rock in his pocket to make it seem like he has an idol. Parvati hiding her idol, she ends up with 2 and plays them both, like playing them on other people multiple times in the season, like, and like the constant re-hiding of them.
Oh yeah,
because they keep getting played. You also have Russell. It's like, I think it's like a forgettable moment, but he misplays the idol, which I think also hurts him. Like, you idiot.
Yeah.
I think this season also created the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there was one before this. I think Boston Rob was like one of the big names. Colby was a big name. Hatch. This changed that. So this was like, okay, for the first time we have a Mount Rushmore. And I think it was Sandra's there, Hatch is there, probably Boston Rob and Parvati at this point too. Although Rob really did it in a year from then in Redemption
Right.
Island, but like nobody thought about a Mount Rushmore at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
Legends, and like I said, people are still fans of Jerry now because of this, right? Like, because Jerry was hated
Yeah.
in Australia, and like I remember after All Stars, my friend also really like shitting on Jerry because of the meltdown she had at the reunion, right? So like, but now like people were upset for her for not getting on 50 because of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's also amazing. Like I've met her over the edge a couple times. She's amazing.
True. Yeah, I would say all the things you guys have said, and also like this really continued themes being used in Survivor. I think this kicks off.
We missed the theming.
Yeah. Like this is one of the best themes that Survivor has ever done, and now they think like we can't have a heroes versus villains because we can't have villains, which is wrong. I mean, we literally then, like a decade later, we're finally gonna get Australia doing heroes versus villains.
It's also like weird for them to define what is a hero, what is a villain, because like I said, the villains are like just willing to play the game, right? Like yeah, Sandra talks shit, and like yeah, Coach is a little crazy, but like they're not bad people. Like being a villain doesn't mean being a bad person. So like it's also weird that they have now like abandoned like their campaign, like, and we all loved what's her name, the Canadian Genevieve. We all loved her, and that was very Survivor villain, right? She's not a bad person. Yeah, that's very Survivor villain.
Yeah, and just like Sandra winning twice and everything. Well, that's 20 seasons. This was Survivor Infinity War. I was gonna do more comparisons. I mean, I guess I'll do. Russell was Thanos. You had, Russell basically throwing Gamora, aka Danielle, off a cliff. You had Boston Rob's definitely the Tony Stark, and so you had Colby's Captain America. Rupert can be like Thor. James is the Hulk. Like you have definite comparisons in this season with this cast. So
is Candace the Black Widow?
It's either Candace or Amanda.
She's on the Heroes Tribe.
Yeah, I would say Candace is Black Widow. I would say
Groot. And why should it be Rupert?
I think Rupert should. I mean, he could be Groot, but I think he should be Thor. I
like the idea that he is Groot because he has the same voice.
Yeah,
and everything Rupert says is very predictable.
True. I don't know. Coach is probably Loki. Glorious purpose.
He has the hair for it too.
Yeah. All right. That was enough of my comparisons. I just wanted to throw that out there. All right. So we've ended 20 seasons. I guess we're going into volume 3 next week. We're going in the Dark Ages. Survivor Nicaragua is next week. We're talking about
the Medallion of Power.
Yeah, the Medallion of Power, the worst twist ever created. We're talking about Fabio. We're talking about Chase Rice. We're talking about Holly Hoffman. Funny enough, Shane and I did interview Holly Hoffman. So we are going to have that what if coming out next week.
I did not sign up for Nicaragua because it still upsets me to this day that Fabio won.
Well, I'll get to talk about that with Jonathan and Lucas next week. Talk about Marty, one of my favorite one-time players.
One of mine too, yeah.
Yeah. So Marty,
I feel like your title for Nicaragua's podcast should be like the birth of a country music legend, because that's like what the season's known for.
Yeah.
Like,
the fact that Chase didn't win Nicaragua is crazy to me. And he didn't win because the two quitters didn't vote for him and voted for Fabio. It's crazy to me.
True. Yeah. We'll talk about
the thing is that if things went differently, a guy with very expensive shoes sitting, wagging his feet in a giant chair could have easily won in an alternate timeline.
You get to talk about Dan Lembo. Yes. We'll talk about Jimmy Johnson being there as well for a short time. So yeah.
Don't forget to mention that Eve is, in my memory, one of the most like gorgeous people to ever play Survivor too.
Yeah. And Brenda. We'll talk about
Love Brenda.
The only returning player from Nicaragua.
Brenda is one of my like all-time favorites.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand that not everyone agrees. I don't care. I love her.
And of course, Jane Bright. So,
Love Jane.
yeah. Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share if you've made it 2 hours into this podcast.
Oh my gosh. Like, comment, subscribe. Who are your top male and female players from the season? Or do you agree with me that you should just pick Sandra and Jerry and forget the guys?
Yeah. And do you think America should have a percentage of the votes like Russell? So, all right. We'll see you for Volume 3 of Survivor 1 through 50 next time on The Tribe of Nerds.